Did you know that the waterways from 7 canyons run underneath the Salt Lake Valley? In the early 20th century, as Salt Lake City was growing, those creeks were diverted mostly underground into storm drains. They were basically replaced by concrete roads, mortar, bricks. They were covered up, but they're still here and they're still running underground, sometimes through people's yards, underneath our roads. They're still there. They're just under all of the development that has happened over the last many years. There is an organization called the 7 Canyons Trust, and I learned about them through my community service with the Sugar House Community Council. They came to speak to us, and it started out as a project. I believe they were still in college and they realized this and they made it a mission. They realized that all of these creeks could potentially be re-daylighted. And what re-daylighting means is to allow these waterways to finally see the light of day. And granted, some of the development that has happened over the years makes that completely impossible in areas. However, there are plenty of places where it's running underground where it would actually be really nice to have a beautiful creek or stream added to the landscape. Within some of our existing parks, for example, these would be great places to have a running waterway. The water's already there, it's just that we can't see it, and it would be a beautiful addition to both our quality of life, recreation, and the environment to have those sections of the creeks re-daylighted. The 7 Canyons Trust has recently completed their first major project, and it's really awesome. It's called the Three Creeks Confluence. It's located in Glendale, right on 1300 South, about 900 West. And it is the confluence of the Parleys, Emigrations, and Red Butte creeks, where they join into the Jordan River. So this park is right there along the Jordan River Parkway, where you can bike, run, rollerblading. It is one of my favorite places to do longer distance running because it's 45 miles long, running down the length of our valley. And this section is shaded. It runs right along the Jordan River, and now it is a really beautiful place to visit. If you go to 7canyons.org, you can learn more about this park. But even cooler, you can see what it looked like before. It's a beautiful space. It's worth going out to and visiting, take a picnic, or use it as your launching spot for a long run, rollerblading, something along those lines. It's a really nice area. And they have more projects coming up, and you can learn more about this initiative to re-daylight some of the beautiful waterways that formerly crossed our valley and where they could potentially add to our lives, to the environment, to our neighborhoods. They even have one section on the site where you can nominate locations that you think would be really ideal for the streams to see the light of day again. They have maps of where they all run, and you can take a look at it. And they made a really good point that they can't possibly know the landscape all the way through the valley, that the local community knows it best. So they would like the local community's input on where the best spots would be to allow these streams to see the light of day again. And if nothing else, I do suggest a trip down to the Three Creeks Confluence because it is a really beautiful space. I hope this was interesting for you. I'm looking forward, now that the weather is shifting and getting beautiful outside, I'm really looking forward to some long runs along the Jordan River, and I think that I'll plan on parking at the Three Creeks Confluence.